guys, this is Tina from Shabbydabbydoodah. Welcome back to my channel. We're just here finishing off a few of our projects of our ready-made junk journal ephemera. So we're just literally finishing off some projects. So I have done quite a lot so far. This is what I have left to go. So let's just pull in a few bits. Let's pull in just, you know, some random pieces which hopefully aren't going to take too long to finish. So I'm going to pull them in from the back, and hopefully they will have kind of a nice variety to work with. So I'm just going to put these bits out the way. Okay, let's pull some pieces in. Right, first of all, I've got these little flip downs, which, to be fair, they are pretty much done anyway. You know, they could just have like little, you know, the circly type chipboards or something like that to finish them off. So let me just see whether I've got some ready to go. Okay, so again, I'm just pulling in from my little drawers that we did in the Tidy Friday, and I've got some little clocks here ready, so I'm just going to pop a little clock on here like that. Oops, I didn't even look to see what way up that clock was, and now I can't even see anyway. Oh goodness knows. I can't see the one. Oops, well, it's completely sideways on, but it's fine. No one's really going to be looking that closely, are they? No one's going to be trying to tell the time from it, that's for sure. Could have a little bit of lace or something, and maybe a word. Not that piece, that's very big on there. Let's just have a look. I've got this tiny piece here. We could just have something like this, and then a word or something. So again, I'm just going to ink this up a bit. You can just pop that down. Oh, that just looks pretty even on its own, doesn't it? Okay. So I hope you're all having a good day. Are you feeling inspired to work on some of your ephemera for your junk journals and finish off some pockets and pieces and tags and oh goodness knows what else? Or maybe you are not living in chaos and don't have a bunch of unfinished projects in the first place. That would probably be better, wouldn't it, to not have all that stuff in the first place. So I've just got this word here, beautiful. Let's just tear that one out. Okay, I'm just going to pop that down there. I mean, to be honest, these flip downs, I mean, I love them regardless. I love them completely undecorated like this. I think they're just gorgeous. So, you know, they don't necessarily even need anything at all, I think. You know, they look absolutely beautiful just as they are. Okay. So there's one. Let me pop that on the floor behind me. So let's move on to our other ones. So these have all been printed sort of back to back with one of those coffee dyed sheets on the back. So, you know, they're really nice because obviously they now open up not to a white blank or anything. They've got a nice kind of colour inside, which is good. Now this one, oh, I thought maybe that tile would go, but it doesn't really. Got a little bird. That's not quite right either. Oh, that butterfly, that's quite nice. Oh, the butterfly's lovely on that one, isn't it? Yeah. So again, just pop that on there. I mean, even though this is square, you know, instead of the obvious choice, which obviously would be round, it still looks really nice on there, doesn't it? Yeah, I think it's still really nice on there. Again, do we want to have anything on there, or shall we just leave it plain? Let's just have a look. And let me just ink this up a little bit. Again, just I've got some more of that really fine lace. So again, just take a little tiny bit off. We could just have that down there. I mean, actually this one I think looks better, funnily enough, without a word. and without lace. So I'm going to leave that one just like that. Okay, so this one, what do we want to have on the, no, not that. Maybe that, that's nice, isn't it? Okay, just a bit of glue, pop that on there. Oops. And then I'm just going to ink up this lace a little bit. Just then, let's have it to the left. Oh, that's gorgeous, isn't it? Okay. Okie dokie. Some glue there. Can't really see whether it's coming out or not. Oh, it's so horrible because the light is kind of behind me, you know, to the side. I just can't really see in this light whether the glue's coming out or not. So, oops. Oh my gosh, well clearly it was because it's now stuck on me completely. Ah! Oh gosh, I've got glue threads everywhere. Right. Again, let's just now take the word and just pop that down there. Okay. Gorgeous. So, you know, 2 seconds to just finish that off, and it just looks so pretty, doesn't it? So again, another one goes down behind me. What was this? What was this? Okay, so this is a kind of just like floating pocket, or I guess it could be a fixed pocket, you know, however you choose. I'm just going to ink it up a little bit around the edges. I might round the corners on this. What do you think? Yeah, maybe the corners would look good rounded. Well, that's if I've got my corner rounder here, of course. It might be in my bag behind me. Oops, is it there? No, I don't think it is there. Right, okay. Well, perhaps we'll just have the square corners on this. I'm sure they're just as nice. Yep, it doesn't really have to have the rounded corners, does it? I just fancied the rounded corners and thought, oh, I think they'd look good on this, but yes, I can do without them. Oops, it's now chucking it down with rain, so it's gone over really dark. Shall I put my lamp on? That might just improve it a bit, just because I am, you know, I'm aware that it's kind of come over very, very dark. Right, so I'm going to have that there, and then we'll just have some lace on here. Now, do we want the lace here on this edge where the opening is, or do we want it, oh, I prefer it on this edge, yeah. Isn't it strange how just sometimes you know, don't you, as soon as you know, try something somewhere, it just, you know, speaks to you and kind of says, oh, much better there, you know, and that's just how that kind of seemed to be. Literally screaming at me saying, you know, much better this side. It's funny how that goes. And other times, you know, I can debate for ages wondering which is the better side to have things. Obviously it's much nicer when it just speaks to you and you don't have to debate for ages. So there we go, just trim that down. Gorgeous. And we'll just have a flower from the flower trims there. I mean, again, maybe we could even have a little tile or something on here. That's quite pretty, isn't it? Or should we have a thumb hole, and then this would be like a little, what do you call it? Like we could make like a little journaling card with this as the tab bit. Not sure, not sure. Oh, perhaps we'll have this here. Let's just go for this, because otherwise I'll be here all day now. Again, you know, I'm just pulled in this drawer, you know, from the clear drawers that we did in the Tidy Friday, and it's just shocking because obviously now having these bits here beside me on the desk, you know, it makes them so much more inviting to use. I mean, again, obviously I will put that drawer back at the end of this video, so it's not like they're going to stay on the desk, but it's really handy being able to just pull the whole drawer in and then, you know, put it back after I finish. So that's really nice. And see here, I've got on this chipboard these 3 pearls. I'm thinking maybe a little row of pearls there would be nice. So again, let me just reach behind me, because I've got some of that sticky sort of bling. Oops. Where have I got it? That's the question. Right, hang on a moment. Let me just try and grab that sticky bling. Hang on. Right, it was exactly where I thought it was, but it had slid down flat, so I couldn't see it. So these aren't pearls, obviously, they're little Varimontes, but I think they look just as pretty. So yeah, I think they're going to look just as nice. Just checking, because I have got some pearls here actually, just up on the top of my desk. Well, to be honest, I think the pearls or the Varimontes look nice. Let's use the Varimontes because I think maybe they show up a little bit more, which, you know, sometimes you just need things to show up a bit, don't you? So what I'm going to do, these are adhesive, but even if things are adhesive, I always do like to just dab a bit of glue on, because I just never really trust it to quite stick. And I've just put my 3 blobs down the side. Oh my gosh. Right, first, oh my goodness me. I used to put things like this on cards all the time when I was doing card making. Oh my gosh. And now I'm kind of like, how on earth did I pick those up? Because they're like minuscule and they're really hard to handle. Really hard to even pick up, let alone handle and move them about. They're really hard because they're so tiny. You can just, you know, barely grab hold of them. Oh my gosh, now I've grabbed hold of it and I've pulled it straight off. Oh, come on. That's why I don't very often do this anymore, obviously. Okay, right, hopefully they're straight. Let me just see. Yeah. Oh my gosh, that was very, very fiddly. So hopefully you can maybe see that in the camera. But they just look quite pretty there to just finish that off, don't they? Just press that one down. Right, let me put those back in the drawer, because I don't think I'll be fiddling around with those again today. Do we want a little butterfly? Let me again just bring one of these Martha Stewart ones that I used in the last video. These are glittery that I've punched out, but they're really pretty, and I just thought, oh, they just go with this, you know, with the leaves and things on this paper really nicely. So let's have one here. Oh gosh, come on. I've gone into clumsy mode now today. That happens, doesn't it? You know, I was doing fine and now I've gone into clumsy mode. Okay, let me just get another one of those green sparkly ones. Again, just ink that up a bit. Maybe have one there as well. Okay, just going with the more is more concept here, obviously. So they look really pretty, don't they? And that just finishes that pocket off perfectly, and it's just so simple. I mean, it's literally just a pocket in the side, but I love how that looks. Right, pop that on the floor behind me. Now what's this one? Aha, right, so I just made a little flip up, just kind of joining this, to the, look, it's so long since I made this, I can't remember what it was. I've just attached that to the envelope, so you've got like a flip up on an envelope. So let's just ink this one up. And we'll just ink around this side as well. Okie dokie. Right. I have to say I'm not really liking this for some reason. This, yeah, it's not enjoying this one. It's not really looking very nice, I think. So don't ask me why, I have no idea. But something is not really working for me on this. So let's see if I can improve it, hopefully. You know, to get it to a point where I do like it. Let's move those drawers out the way now. Right. These butterflies might be a bit small on this piece. Although, actually, I mean, weirdly, they're actually probably, you know, the correct, what's the word? Proportion, aren't they, with the bird? You know, because of course butterflies are a lot smaller than a bird. So they're probably just right, actually. You know, at first I thought, oh, they're a bit too small. But to be fair, they're probably just how, you know, the better proportion to normal. When sometimes, you know, you glue things on and your butterfly's like huge. It's the same size as the bird. Not that I mind that, but, you know, when you think about it, you kind of think, oh, I've made that butterfly the same size as the bird. Which, of course, is a bit weird, isn't it? But, you know, that's how art is, isn't it? It's all about the kind of... No, that's huge. Huge, huge, huge. Let me just see what numbers and things I've got here. I really would prefer something more on copy paper because this is copy type paper. So, you know, thinner is better here, really. Got that one. That one's quite nice. And the weird thing is, because I thought, oh, I need something that's not green. I need to take some green out of this. And now, every time I try and pull a number in, I'm pulling in green ones. That's strange, isn't it? Even though, you know, I came thinking, I need to get rid of some of that green for some reason, and then still pulling in more green stuff. Right, let's just do that for a starting point. So that's quite nice, isn't it? Yeah, I quite like those. So let's just go for these, pop them down. Okay. And that is just slightly overlapping that number above it. But I think that looks quite nice. And then that lace. Yeah. So already I am preferring this. I don't know why it wasn't really, you know, to my liking before. I don't really know what was the problem with it, but I just wasn't really liking it. And sometimes that's how it goes, isn't it? You can't quite put your finger on what it is that you don't like, but you just know that you're not quite there with something, quite liking it. Okay, so that looks pretty there with that second butterfly. Now, do we like this lace, or do we think something else? So I've got some other crochet lace, which, yeah, weird. I mean, it's like pretty much the same, but just very slightly different. Hardly really different at all. But yeah, just a bit. But no, we'll go for this one. Right. So again, just trying to be decisive and commit. Oops, come on. I can see slightly more of the glue now because the light's on. Okay. So pop that down there. Like that. Just pull that down slightly. Okay. Just pop that on. Yeah, that looks much nicer, much nicer. As I say, I couldn't really tell you what it was I wasn't liking, but there was just something not working for me now. Oops. Yeah, I wasn't trying to bring in all those, but I just spotted that green flower and thought, no. I thought it might look pretty, but I'll just try and ink it up and see whether it will tone it down. Sometimes when you ink these brighter colours, especially on this kind of handmade type paper. Sometimes it makes them seem even darker still, like that. That had that effect, I think. So I guess that's just something to be a little bit aware of. Let's just trim this down. Okay, much nicer. Much preferring this. I couldn't even tell you really what's changed for me, but there we go. Okay, that looks really nice. So underneath this side, funnily enough, I don't mind anyway. So I might just finish this off with tiny bit of that crochet lace. Let's just see how that looks. Yeah, then it's just kind of hanging out beneath there. Just check that I want it the whole way and not just, yeah, I'll have it the whole way across, I think. Let me just hot glue this down because it's just nice and quick. Okie dokie. And we just then trim that off. Okay, so that looks pretty now. Much happier with that. Weirdly, I've just got this sudden urge now to just try some other lace trim at the very bottom. This might look just utter rubbish, you know, it might just look really, really awful. Oh, and I don't think I've really got any that's quite right. I was thinking if I had just a really tiny slither to just put here would be really good, but I can't really see any that would just be, you know, just right. It needs to be like the tiniest little bit, really. Let's just cut this piece. Ah, there we go. I just kind of wanted to do something more, you know, on here, and actually I think I like it that side. So I'm just going to literally pop this tiny bit down. So it's like an explosion of lace now on this piece. There we go. And it just finishes it off. I couldn't really tell you why I needed to do that, but yeah, I like it much better with it. So that's another piece done. Popped behind me. Let's put in this one. So this is just a little flippy piece that you could just, you know, tuck into a pocket or anything else. Just ink this up a little bit. And again, let's just see. Now obviously it would depend which way up you're going to use this. I mean, yeah, would you be using it sort of right way up like this, or would you just have it sideways on? Possibly sideways on, I think, would be, you know, possibly how you'd use it. I don't know. Let's have a look. Let's see what we can do with this one. So again, I'm just kind of pulling in bits that I've just got laying about. So this one of my cigarette cards, and it's, you know, printed in sort of black and white or sepia, but it's on ivory card. So I think that's quite pretty there. Oh, that's quite nice. Yeah, I quite like that. Now, just quickly before I stick that down, I've just got some book page, which, oh no, definitely no. No, not the book page. Right, okay, let's just go for this, because again, you know, I feel like we're making a lot of headway with this, you know, finishing off pockets and ephemera. We have made quite a lot so far, or, you know, finished off quite a lot so far. So I can see the pile actually going down now, which is such a nice feeling. And you'll be pleased to know I haven't added any more to that box behind me. I have been very good and I've not added any more to it. Because, you know, sometimes making videos and things, even whilst I'm clearing things, I then do another video and end up adding literally something else as quick as I'm clearing the other stuff. So I'm really trying to be very, very well behaved and not do that. Okay, so that bit's nice. Oops. And again, should we have a flower or anything? I'm not sure whether this flower would look quite right on here, but it's not bad actually. Could have the flower sort of in the middle. Right, let me trim this down because that's way too big. Quite like that actually. I think that looks quite pretty. So again, let's just pop this down. And we'll just glue this one down. Okay, and again, yeah, I probably round the corners on this, but I haven't located my corner rounder as yet, so it's obviously in my bag and I don't want to just spend ages rummaging around looking for it, so I'll leave this kind of as is, but it looks pretty, doesn't it? So yeah. Put that to the, oh, actually, before I do, I was about to put it down, and then I thought, actually, whilst we've got these Martha Stewart butterflies, perhaps we would like one of these somewhere. I mean, these just look really pretty everywhere you put them, I think. They're another one of those things that everywhere they go, they look gorgeous. You know, I don't know about you guys, but I think there's just several things that just everywhere you put them, they look great. And I mean, those Martha Stewart butterflies, they're one of those things. I mean, sometimes perhaps they're a bit small, but generally I do most of the time really like them. Right, that's another piece done. Right, then we've got this one, which is just one of those little wage envelopes made into a little pocket. So again, I'm only going to ink this around the very edge because the other pieces that I made using this particular collage sheet, and this is the printable version of it, I didn't ink them up. I left them quite bright, so I don't want to now ink this one up, because if I then put them all in the same journal, you know, this one would then look really strange if it was suddenly inked up and the others weren't. Right, let's have a look. So I've got this gorgeous vibrant blue lace, which I just absolutely love. I think that's quite nice on there. Not right the way across, but just sort of here I think looks really pretty. So let's just glue that down. Okay. Like that. And then trim that off. Again, I'm thinking maybe a dictionary definition would look good on there. I've got this one saying beauty. That's quite nice, isn't it? Let's put those back. Yeah, definitely over that side I think is better. Again, I'm thinking maybe foam dots weirdly for this. Just have a look at my drawer. Oh, my foam dots have definitely seen better days. Look at the state of those, my gosh. They look appalling, don't they? Okay, right. Let's have a look. Yeah, I hope they don't compromise the pocket at all, but I don't think they will. So 1, 2, and the next one, wondering whether I'm going to, yeah, going to do this like 2, because I like it really pretty much covered. You know, I don't really like it when then it's going to get squashed where it hasn't got foam dots, if you see what I mean. Okay, let's just cut one of these down. So there we go. Okay, right, back in my drawer, those messy foam dots. Okay, and just peel all of the backs off. Okie dokie. Oops, gone. Oh no, I'm stuck on it. Right, okay. Oh my gosh. Stop it. Right, let's just now... I always like to just add a bit of glue. I'm sure that it doesn't need it. These foam dots, I mean, they're really cheap. They're just got them, I think, from our shop here called Poundland. But weirdly, they are very good. You know, they're very strong. I don't think I've ever had them peel off of anything, you know, and I obviously have used them for years, like in card making and things. So I'm pretty confident that they would be fine, but I do always like to give them a bit of a helping hand just in case. Right, I should have probably put a number down first if I wanted one, so I probably steer clear from doing that now. And shall we just have a button or something on here? So again, let me just pull in. Oh, sorry, that's a really loud plane going over. It's obviously one of those, I don't know what it is, tiny plane, or I don't know, maybe one of those helicopters. I don't know what it is, but it's certainly very loud, so I do apologise for that. I think a button would be kind of cute on here. I'm not sure quite where. Maybe. I don't like the fact that that then looks like it's a diagonal line between all the stuff. So yeah, maybe I won't have a button after all. Yeah, maybe I can't really get that to work at all. So perhaps I'll have to give that a miss. Now, do I want a butterfly or anything? No. No. Let's just ink this up and see about this one. That's quite nice, actually. So perhaps I'll have that butterfly just there, I think, actually. So let's just pop that on there. Okay, so that's another piece finished. Looking cute. Wow, we are making quite a lot of progress. So I'm not sure how long I've been recording for. Let me just have a look. I'm pretty sure that I did stop this once. Okay, so I have one more piece here. Let's just make this the final piece for today. So this was on watercolour paper, and I just did some rough watercolour background and stamped some on it. But doesn't that look so pretty? And then I just put this little bit on here with this blue butterfly and then some lace across the top. I mean, it does not get any simpler than that. But doesn't that work just gorgeous as a really, really nice corner tuck, so, or corner pocket. So I'm just going to now tear this little word down, happy. I think we'll just put that maybe here. Again, I'm just going to be super speedy. Do that with my hot glue. Awesome. Now, this butterfly, unfortunately, pretty sure I don't have any more of those cut out because it's, you know, it's quite flat on there, not really sticking up. And I thought, wouldn't it be nice to have, you know, a couple layered up so it's a bit more 3D and just standing out a little bit. This one might now not really work because it's going to be quite big, but let's just see. Prefer just the blue one, really. Wonder if we put the bling in the middle, whether it would just make it stand out a bit more. And I did just notice a row of two blings that I thought just slipped under my mat, but no, I've just lifted the mat up now and no, it wasn't under there. So sorry if I moved the camera at all. Oh gosh, all those little bits and pieces that did come out from under there. No. Right, so let's put those in my button tray. Right, let's just cut a little piece down in a 2. See whether that would look okay across that butterfly. Oh, come on. Oh, that looks so pretty, doesn't it? And that just then makes that butterfly stand out, whereas he was just kind of merging in a little bit. You know, although I loved it and thought it looked really pretty, he was a little bit blending in to the background, where now he's just standing out a little bit. Well, you know, a little bit more obvious on there. So he looks pretty, doesn't he? Okay, and then should we have a little bit of bling just in the corner to sort of tie that in everywhere. I mean, to be honest, I don't think it necessarily needs it. I think it looks really pretty anyway, but let's just do that. Maybe have the 4 instead of the 5. Yep. Okay. There we go. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. So, I mean, so simple, but such a cute, gorgeous corner tuck, I think. Just looks so pretty, doesn't it? Okay, right, let's move the stuff all out of the desk and see what we've achieved then today. So, yep, obviously we didn't get around to these, but then we've done a few. So I'm not too disappointed really, because I think we have done quite a bit. So let's pull them in. We have done these ones here. We have done this one, this one, this one, and all of these. So I mean, again, you know, we've made quite a bit of headway, and our pile, you know, although still a lot in there, it is definitely going down. So yeah, not too bad, I think. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope you found some inspiration there, and yeah, maybe you're finishing off some of your junk journal ephemera, and yeah, hope that you join me next time. So thanks so much. Have a great day, everyone. Thanks then. Bye.